everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Random Chats with Dade and Jude. I am Dade.
And I am Jude.
And we are here to talk about something that I absolutely love and still love to this day, and I've loved for... Do you know what? It's going to be nearly 30 years, Jude.
It sure is.
Like, what are we talking about, Jude?
Well, today we are talking about a topic which couldn't be more close to my heart. We are talking about
Friends!
Yes!
Well, obviously, we can talk about friendships if we want, but we're actually talking about the TV show, Friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another moment of bonding for you and I.
Absolutely. So we've discovered that as in one of our other podcasts that we did actually release, we learned about our love of Friends, and that's what we're here to talk about today. And I can't believe it's been 30 years, right? Like
30 years.
I just remember it starting and how it suddenly took over the world, basically. Like it was literally like Beatlemania, but just for like 6 characters on a TV show.
Absolutely. And I think that's what's so amazing about the show, because it seems to just be timeless.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many times you've watched the episodes, they never tire. I don't know any other show that has that magic.
Yeah, I think Jim Burrows, who was one of the people on it, like he was one of the people who was like really. Then you had Martin Kaufman and Crane. Do you remember that three at the end? Yeah, they were obviously the people. Is it Jim Burrows? He did a lot of the directing on some of these as well. I think it was just such a winning combination, and just the cast in itself. The ensemble, like there was never a lead, right? There was never a lead actor or actress of any of them. And what I loved as well is that the way that they were like, we're an ensemble and we negotiate together. We all get paid same together. And I love that. Every time they signed up to a new series, they were like, no, everybody gets paid $1 million per episode or whatever that is, right?
And I wonder if that's just because the way that they've been scripted, these characters, they all have their own place in that, like the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
They've all got their characters are on point. They all stand out. They all have their quirks. You look forward to seeing each and every one of them. Whereas sometimes when you watch a show, you're really keen on a particular narrative, a particular script, a journey, whatever. But with these 6 characters in this show, you just want to you're hungry to see every single one of them.
Absolutely.
And I think that's
and the way, not only did they introduce them, obviously, Rachel wandering in with the wedding dress and like, Ross going, I just want to be married again. And she wanders in and Chandler goes, I want to win $1 million. Like, it was just, I literally can quote it. But just the way we know every one of their stories, their family background, their like brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, like, we know it all, right? We explored their entire family. And that's the thing, it feels like we did know them as friends.
And that's the point I was going to make. Like, Friends could not have been the better name for the show, because we are just so connected to them. We're so excited for them. We feel the emotions that they're portraying in the show, and it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant. And I've actually really enjoyed thinking about this podcast today, because my children are of an age now where I really believe that they could actually understand and appreciate the humor. And there's a bit of tongue-in-cheek innuendo stuff going on, but they're old enough now to understand all of that. But I'm like, we need to start at episode 1, season 1, and we need to go all the way through. It's going to be like a new thing for me and my family, for sure.
Look, I do that all the time. Like, I literally still watch it to this day. Like,
yeah,
I will put it on quite happily and have it on in the background. I sometimes fall asleep to it as well, because it's just a comfort thing, right? And
it is.
And because when you were talking about like first season was obviously just setting it up, which was great. And there's some of the cliffhangers that they used to do at the end of every season, like Rachel at the airport waiting to see if Ross was, and then Julie came. And do you remember Julie?
Yes.
Like, and then like I think season 2 got funnier. Like they really they knew their characters, and then season 3, I think, the one where no one's ready, like, and I like it. Literally was like, I remember where Ross was trying to do. He had this big presentation, and everyone had to get there and things like that. And then Joey and Ross, no, Joey and Chandler were like playing games with each other, or put on everybody's clothes or hide. I'm like, it just was clever, and it still makes me laugh to this day that I can still relate to it. And I think because at the time I grew up as well, when this was on, it was through like my teenage years where I was like, they were going through things and I was going through things, and that's why I think I latched onto it.
Absolutely. And I think that, you touched on a few emotive points there. What this show did as well was that they were able to really take comedy and humor and lightheartedness, but then there was also real serious emotional, feelings that were generated as a result of, Ross and Rachel breaking up, or
we were on a break.
We're on a break. And when Rachel said the wrong name when he got married to Emily, I take thee, Ross.
I take thee, Rachel.
Exactly, to wed thee, Emily, and to wed thee, Rachel. And Rachel's in the, because she's just rushed in, not wanting to be at the wedding, and she's there at the
where
wedding.
she rushed in, and then she looked around. She's like, I just wanted to say, congratulations.
Yeah, and in that moment when everyone's dying,
I know, like
the humor's created. She leans forward. She goes, "Did he say my name?"
I know, right?
Like,
yeah, because like the plan as well with they were actually going to see whether they could have Emily be an ongoing cast member for the next season, but the way it actually played out with Ross actually accidentally said Rachel's name in accident, and the reaction it got. That's why they decided to go down with that plot line. And that's also when Monica and Chandler got together.
It just also dangled that carrot, didn't it? Like,
yeah.
Are they on? Are they off? Are they on? Is this the end? Like, it was like how relationships in real life do sometimes happen, where you're on off boyfriend, you're on off girlfriend, whatever it may be.
Where did you fall on the they were on a break part?
Pardon?
Where did you fall on the they were on a break part?
Oh my God! I mean, I was absolutely heartbroken when they officially did break up.
Oh, heartbroken.
How many people cried in that episode? I mean, it was just beyond.
I do remember where like Ross came and got his stuff back, and like he got the Freddie Mercury Relax t-shirt. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. So Dade, which Friends character was your favorite character?
All of them. No. Okay, like good question. Like I would say overall, Phoebe.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
good choice.
Yeah, she's just my kind of girl of kooky and weird and out there and funny. Yeah. That especially.
Did you ever take that quiz? Do you remember there was that quiz that used to circulate? I know I used to do this in Smash Hits magazine when I was a teenager. But there would always be, do you remember Smash Hits?
I do remember Smash Hits.
But there would be these quizzes like, which Friends character are you? And you had to tick the boxes. And I always really wanted to be Rachel, because obviously she was like the most beautiful, and we all had the Rachel haircut as a girl, right? In our late teens.
A lot of people did. I did not.
It was, no, of course. But I actually ended up being Monica, and that's actually really true to my character, because I very much like
But when I talk to myself around who I am now, I would say I'm Monica. It's like I love to cook. I like entertaining and being the host. I have different types of towels.
Funny that you and I would be the same character.
Actually. I know, funny that. Yeah, and look, out of the boys, I love Joey and Chandler's relationship. Ross was always my least favorite overall.
Except in the episode when he was on fire and he was having the double day, and he goes, "Margaritas, I think we should all make margaritas." Yeah. It was just like the most.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Or when he carried out the tray and he's like, burning his hand.
Yeah, brilliant.
Or where he wore leather pants.
Oh my God! And he had the talcum powder in the bathroom. Oh my God!
He had some big comedy moments. Pivot with the sofa, hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Like, have you watched the Friends reunion where they talk about that, and they said it was one of the most longest scenes that they actually had to record because everyone just kept laughing so much.
Is that the one when they're bringing the sofa down the stairs?
Yeah, or up the stairs.
Oh
They're trying
my
to get it
God.
up the stairs.
Was it up the stairs?
Or where I don't know how they kept a straight routine when they did the routine.
Monica and Ross.
Monica and Ross did the routine. It's just that's the thing. Like, who was your favorite then?
My favorite was probably I was always
it's hard, right?
I just it's really hard because when Monica's really competitive, and she was obviously really competitive, it just cracks me up.
Yeah.
But then Phoebe with the fire alarm, when she can't turn this fire alarm and she talks to it, like that's a bit of me too. Like when you're just like, oh, I've got this, and things are still not working out, and then you just lose your shit.
Some of the guys that Phoebe used to date as well. I was like, God, like the fireman she dated that time.
Oh, I know.
Like, yeah, that's like, yeah.
And that was another really cool thing about the show as well, when they brought the celebrity stars in. I mean,
I shared something the other day. It's like 30 celebrities in like Robin Williams, Billy Crystal, Julia Roberts,
Brad Pitt.
Like I love that episode, especially when they were married at the time. Hilarious.
That was the best.
I Hate Rachel Green fan club.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, co-creator.
Yes. And she's looking at him. And I was waiting to see if it was ever going to change, like the script and what they were doing for the show. Yeah. And the look on their faces as a married couple. Like we just wanted more and more and more and more and more. I was hanging on every thread with that.
Yeah, episode. I used to love when Reese Witherspoon and what's her name? Rachel,
Rachel's sister.
Yeah, they were just hilarious.
And actually, I've just thought of that. They rekindled that working relationship with the morning show.
Yes, absolutely.
I didn't even put two and two together.
Yeah, no, there was a quiz that they were on a show, Graham Norton. That was on Graham Norton, and they were like, the only thing I can't have is dairy.
I just love it. I love it so much. Yeah, and that's the thing,
there's so many famous quotes, right? And that's the thing, we also will note, obviously, the passing of Matthew, which is also very sad. Yeah. And that's, I think it's like, I love that they're still together in the sense of how they released a statement together in relation to that and things like that. I thought that's been lovely how they've managed that. But it's sad that
the union.
Yeah, and it's also sad that there'll never be another time where they'll all be together again, right?
No, but there may be, in hindsight, that closure that they had with the reunion, with that last episode.
I'm so glad they did that, right?
Right.
Have you been to the Warner Brothers tour for the Friends stuff?
I have. I was going to talk to you about this because I know that you recently went, but I've actually sat, in the Perk. What was it? What's the
Central Perk.
Central Perk. That's it. Central Perk Cafe. I've actually been in there. I've sat on that chair, and that was a real moment for me.
And that's the thing. You're just like, I'm sitting here. Oh my God, I'm actually here. Yeah, it's very bizarre.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, and it was just such a cultural phenomenon at the time. They just they just went to superstar status, right? But even now, like everything they're doing.
Yeah.
Like that. Well, the girls seem to be doing a more like I don't really hear much of Matt LeBlanc or David Swimmer much these days.
Well, David Schwimmer's done some serious kind of roles in like TV shows and dramas. Yeah. He's done a couple of didn't he play in the OJ Simpson, the lawyer?
Oh yeah, no, he did actually. Yes, that's very true.
And Matt LeBlanc had that spin-off off of Friends.
We had Jerry, that went for 2 seasons.
But then never really went. I didn't really get into that, but I loved him in episodes.
Yes, that was funny. Yeah.
That was a good one. But I was going to say something to that point, and I've lost my train.
Well, Courtney had Cougar Town, which I thought was amazing. So. And then she's got a few other TV shows that she's been doing under her belt as well. Ones that I haven't watched it actually yet. And then Jennifer Aniston, I think, is like she did a lot of movies, which is great, and she still does. And I love her in the morning show.
I love her in the morning show. I think that she had the hardest time actually, because I think she was quite typecast for a bit, and I think she really had to work hard to, to kind of like validate herself. And I love watching her in anything that she's appeared in. I'm 100% watching it. But I agree with you. The morning show is what's catapulted her into that kind of new level of kudos for sure.
But that's the thing
Yeah.
is that when you think about Rachel Green, I remember when they were doing the reunion stuff, it's like you had to find somebody who was like, she's been spoiled most of her life, right, by daddy and the credit card and things like that, and she's starting out on her own. But she made her so relatable still, right? She made
Yes.
her such a still very grounded in it. Yes,
Yeah.
she was spoiled at time, but
Yeah.
yeah, she's really managed to kind of portray that. And
But that's what the show did so successfully, is that they created these characters that had these real life situations that we all know somebody like that person, or that's like we're like it ourselves.
yeah,
And even the terminology around the episodes, the one where,
yeah, I know,
that's
right?
what how we talk colloquially between each other. That one where blah 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 and blah. And I love the fact that they hooked onto that and they made it even more like, natural
Yeah.
conversation day to day. Like
I
they
love all
just
the
ticked all
they
the
they
boxes.
always did like a Thanksgiving one, where it's like a holiday armadillo.
Oh my God, the turkey on the head. I mean, Joey,
Yeah,
and wasn't it? I'm going to wear all of Chandler's
yeah,
clothes and
clothes.
into
Yeah,
them.
it's just they just had some moments, or even when they lost the apartment and they had to move apartments, right?
Oh God, yes.
Like the lightning speed lightning man. Actually, we're going to do a quiz at the end of this, so we're actually going to come up to that shortly. So I've got some questions for you, Jude. But yeah, I think like even like when they had reoccurring characters like Janice or Gunther or Tom Selleck was in it for a very long time. As like they really served like no Phoebe's husband Paul Rudd, who still looks the same
Yes.
today as he did back 30 years ago, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they recognize the 30th because it's coming up. So very
Yeah,
timely, very timely.
absolutely. Probably with some poignancy, I would imagine, but after the passing of Matthew Perry, sadly.
Yeah,
But
and one
yeah.
thing just on Matthew Perry, actually, just on that, because I was reading an article about the other day. He actually got nominated. He was going to be nominated for like lead actor in a comedy season at the Emmys, and
Was
he turned it down because he's like, no, we are an ensemble, and we
Wow,
all get nominated, or none of us do.
that's amazing.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, that's amazing. That says a lot about his character, doesn't
It
it?
does say a lot about his character. Right, should we do some questions, Jude?
Absolutely. Who's going first?
I just need to get my questions. I'm very excited.
I've got mine here.
All right. Do you want to get ladies first?
Okay. Dade,
Yeah.
what colour is the picture frame on the
Yellow.
back of Monica's? 1 point to you.
Let's start off easy. How many wives did Ross Geller have?
The lesbian? 3.
Correct.
Thank you.
Carol, Emily, and obviously got married to Rachel in Vegas, which I thought that was a hilarious episode. Where they woke up the next day and they're like,
Yes.
"We got married," and they're like, "You did."
Yeah, they were absolutely wasted.
Yeah. All right, one each.
Okay. What are Ross's parents called?
Bob and Judy. Is it Bob? No, it's not Bob. Hang on. Hang on. Is it Bob and Judy? No, it's not Bob and Judy. No, Bob and Judy's my friend Steve's mum and dad, actually.
Hi, Steve.
Oh God, I do know that. I can see them. No, I've lost their names. I can visualize them.
You want to come back to it?
Yeah, come back to that.
Okay, no.
Okay, next one for you. What is Chandler Bing's middle name?
Oh, it's something weird. Oh God, you've got me. Chandler Bing's middle name. It's something feminine. Oh no, I'm not going to get that.
Okay, we might have to like that could be one each then, because
Okay. It might come back to you though, but I'm not going to get that middle name.
it's going to annoy me though now because it's
Okay, well, I'll ask the third one.
go.
You've already answered this question. In which city did Ross and Rachel get married?
Vegas.
Correct.
What were the apartment numbers of Ross and Rachel's, like Monica and Rachel's and Joey's and that overall? And what were they originally?
Oh my God, Dade, you've gone in there. No, not getting right. You'll have to tell me that one. That's never going to happen.
Okay, so the girls were apartment 20 and the
Right.
boys were apartment 19, but they started out as apartment in the first episodes as 4 and 5. But when you looked at the building, people were like, how can they be apartment 4 and 5 if they're on the top floor? So they updated it in later episodes to be 19 and 20, so you had like 5 levels.
That's a hard question. Would you have known the answer to that one?
I did. That's why I knew it.
You did.
Yeah, no, I
did. Oh, all right. No, that wasn't going to happen. Okay. My next question is, and this is the second to last one I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
Why did Chandler spend Thanksgiving in a box?
Because he kissed Kathy, and he wanted to make it up to Joey for how much the friendship meant.
Correct.
And he had to be silent, and then Kathy came over and talked into the box.
There you go. That's right.
Okay, second to last question for you. Joey had a penguin, cuddly toy. What was the name of the penguin?
God. Oh. It wasn't. Oh. Oh my God.
Rachel's daughter Emma wanted it at one point.
Yeah. No.
Something, my penguin pal.
Oh no, I'm not going to get it. Go on.
Hugsy.
Huntsley.
Hugsy.
Hugsy. No, I wouldn't have got that. Oh,
all right, last question. Oh no, you got one more question for me. Go.
Who joined the I Hate Rachel Green Club in high school?
Co-founder, Ross Geller and Brad Pitt.
Thank you. Oh, you've done really well in this. You
Honestly,
are the Friends champion.
And then last question for you. What did Phoebe change her name to?
Oh, oh God. It was a really long name.
It is.
Oh my God. Oh, I know her twin sister's name was Ursula, and it's nothing to do with that. It was
Who
like
did porn.
Yes. Oh God, it's on the. I remember it. It's a really long name, and I can't think of it. Go on, put me out my misery.
Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
That was it. Princess Consuela Banana Hammock. God damn it.
And he was going to update his name to Dirtbag. What were the parents' name?
Jack and Judy. Jack, not Bob.
Because they also because she named the baby at the end after her dad.
Yes, she did. Yes.
Damn it.
Oh.
Well, look, that was fun. Obviously,
it was fun.
I honestly, if I went on Mastermind, Friends would be my specialized subject.
I mean, I thought I was pretty good at that, but your questions were tricky. What was the one I didn't get? What was the one I didn't get? The Hugsy.
You did get Hugsy apartment numbers.
Oh, the room numbers.
Oh no, Chandler Bing's middle name.
That was it. Chandler Bing's middle name. It's something feminine because his dad was a drag queen.
It begins with an M.
Go on.
Muriel.
That was it. I knew it was something feminine. Damn it. Oh, well, I'm going to just, when we take this offline, I want to do this again. When I come out with you, next time I get together with you, I'm going to have 20 questions. I'm going to work really hard, revise really hard because I'm competitive like Monica. And we're going to do this again.
All right, done. Well, look, thank you everyone for listening to well, we won't do 20 questions on a podcast. We thought 5 would actually be quite entertaining. And it was, and I'm the champion. Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining another random chat with Dade and Jude. I'm Dade.
And I'm Jude. No. Bye. No.